show me your favorite emote, no matter if it's housework, TK, it don't matter. It could be any of mine, but I just want to let you guys, I just want to see if you guys are aware and y'all ready for these results. Because I can tell you right now, there's a lot of interesting data that I was able to pull from this. And I guess you could say a part of the objective behind doing this in the first place is just to simply showcase a lot of information that was kind of a surprise to me. And it let me know a lot about the community as a whole, because we have talked about our personal lists. We actually recently did a stream here with Isaac and Tech, and we all shared like who our top 10 most requested characters were. But because of this, right, I wanted to just make doubly as sure that y'all are with me in the fact that this is not about us. And it's definitely not just about me. This is a community poll going into 2021. Okay? So really quick, another side note for any of the new followers, new subs, whatever, I'm just going to turn the alerts off for the time being, just so that we don't have any kind of interruptions for now. But once we get into like the Q&A phase, and any of the stuff that we're going to be doing after, I'm obviously going to turn those back on. If you guys want to, for anyone that might be subbing or donating, I highly recommend you save that to the end in case you want the natural reaction. I'll just tell you that right now, because all the subs, they get the hearty dance. Okay, that's a given. All right. So I guess, yeah, let's just dive right into this one. So this is the Power Rangers Battle for the Grid Community Poll 2021, featuring you guys, of course. Now, the first thing that I definitely want to give a huge shout out to is everyone that voted, because I feel like this might have been our biggest poll yet. I mean, this is the biggest one that I've held ever. I can tell you that. I can tell you right now, over 1,100 votes. Like,
damn. That's a lot of votes.
Yeah, that's fire.
Okay, so again, for those that might have missed this poll, unfortunately, I'm sorry, right? But I did give a decent grace period. And also shout outs to everyone that shared the poll out. Like one that comes to mind is Squishy. Squishy legitimately put this poll in like every Facebook group. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I forget that Facebook exists sometimes. All right, so that definitely helped out. The way the poll was structured was I left it completely open-ended, meaning that I asked any voter to put in their top 3 most requested characters within the Power Rangers franchise. Okay, so keywords there. However, there were some exceptions that I let slide, but it didn't really alter the overall, results as a whole, right? But because of those 3 options per person, it basically equaled out to over 1,100. So again, big shout outs to every single person that took a part in this poll, right? So before I show you guys the graph, because there is a graph, of course, we got plenty of visuals to show off, right? Because this is a presentation, and I hope Enway's watching. I'll tell you that right now, because this is a great indicator, and I hope they use this as a reference going forward. Hint, hint. All right. I'm going to tell you right now. So this right here, I'm going to show off some of the top 10 just to kind of ease our way into who definitively got the first place rank. All right. Are you guys ready? Isaac and Tech, are y'all ready?
Listen, of course.
Now, you guys feel free to give your reactions if you want. I know that I'm presenting this, but like once you see the graphic, I'll let you guys just get it out your system first, and then I'll do all the explanations after. Sounds good?
I'm ready to argue.
That's fine. I mean, you're gonna argue with the community?
I'm definitely arguing with 1,100 people. I'm arguing with every single one of you.
Yeah.
You guys did not vote for my boy.
Okay, so here we go. So right now I'm gonna show you guys who placed 10th, 9th, 8th, 5th, and 4th. And the reason why I'm showing you guys these picks is because to me, this was kind of a no-brainer, no surprise at all. And I'm sure a lot of you guys might feel that same sentiment. So I call this the no surprise 5 feature right here.
Okay. I like all these picks, honestly. Like if this was like a
Look
pack
at my boy.
like 80s, I'd be cool with. And I know you guys saw Astronomer's getting a new side comic.
Yes, I saw that very briefly while I was at work, but I haven't. I forgot to go back and actually finish reading that article. I am aware though that it is coming in what do you call that? In March, right?
I didn't even look at that. I just looked at the cover and I was like, oh man, that's OD. Like, yeah, Astronomer, she's getting more relevant, so like she could definitely have her.
Isaac, anything to say about these 5 that I'm showing you guys right now?
Psycho too low. No, but I mean obviously it was community voted. I'm glad to see Astronomer because I'm a big space stan. Right, that's my favorite female villain. Is Astronomer. Shout out to Corone. Psycho Green. I'm glad you picked Psycho Green here. See, because to me he is OD, and if you guys are only doing yourself a disservice by not reading the Psycho Green comic. It is amazing. Read it. Mans is OD. He will be top tier if he ever makes it into this game, guaranteed. There is absolutely no way they cannot make him top tier. Cam, I'm surprised with how many votes Cam got here. I'm surprised at how high he is.
Oh, you're surprised?
Yo,
Okay.
I'm very surprised that Cam is as high as he is. People like Cam because in the other polls he was always in the top 10, but this high, dang, we got some.
I expect him to be the highest, like higher than like every. He's higher than. Well, yeah.
We got some newer school fans voting from what we see here.
My boy Korag out here.
Korag, yes.
That's my boy.
You already know, my boy. You already know, I want Korag in here, man. He was good in Legacy Wars. If he makes it to the Battle for the Grid, obviously he's gonna be cheap. But I think they're gonna make him a charge character if he ever is in this game.
Do you think so?
They're gonna have to make him a charge character. We have no charge character yet.
That's true.
I don't know how they're gonna make it work here because you know how simple the inputs are, but
Right.
Or the motions. Well, there's no motions, but just overall how simple the game is. They could probably make it work because Shady, he's a smart man. And Rita, I'm surprised she's this low. I thought she was gonna be higher. Cam above her is shocking to me.
I feel like Rita. I didn't even vote for Rita because I feel like she's like one of the most obvious, like worst kept secrets.
She was a given to you, right?
Yeah, like Rita's obviously getting it. I feel like a lot of people didn't even vote for Rita because they know she's gonna get it.
I hope that's the case.
Yeah. So yeah, to all your points that you guys have been saying, yeah, like to start with Rita, like to go backwards, right? With Rita starting first, right? I mean, guys, this is how you know this is literally not a personal gain bias type of poll. This is all from the community, right? You guys know I've been vouching for Rita for the obvious reasons. She's literally already in the game. We're not going to talk about that, go into complete detail, but it's already out there, okay? The fact that she still even made top 5 means it means well enough for me to know that the sentiment in the community is for the most part shared, because again, let's keep in mind over 1,100 votes and her 38 got her 5th place. So that means a lot, and it means a lot to me. I'm also not surprised that Cam beat her by getting 4th with 50 votes. And I guess you guys can kind of see a little bit of a tease going into the next few top placements as far as like voters or like votes went, because if you notice, these 5, I call these the no surprise ones. They're all very close, with Cam being the exception at being the first to hit 50 right here at 4th place, right? But I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I have seen a lot of people talk about Cam. I've seen plenty of people talk about the Green Samurai Ranger in the Discord, on Twitter. Anytime the official Battle for the Grid Twitter makes a post asking or saying anything about whatever kind of DLC, because it doesn't even have to. They don't even have to ask. As long as they make any kind of post, it could be about an update. Someone is bound to be like, "Can you put this in? Can you do this? Can you do that?" You know, that happens. Korag, I see a lot of Korags around for sure, especially here on my stream.
One thing about Cam, I think that he's like one of the most obvious choices for like a play style that isn't already in the game too. So I think that's another reason why people want Cam. Like I think a lot of people when they see Cam, they think of like a stance change character or something like that.
Yeah.
That's also what I think of too. Is like I think that's another thing why people want Cam a lot because he could like bring a different type of play style that's not in the game.
Absolutely. Yeah, for those that don't know, Cam is, of course, from Ninja Storm. So this, that'd be a great start to introduce the Ninja Storm series to Battle for the Grid. Psycho Green, I will say this right now, guys. I am very happy to see him as high as he was in this poll. Because I can tell you guys right now, looking at all the data, there was a lot. And the fact that it was open-ended, there was a lot of various different votes. Okay, you guys voted for... I could almost say just about every single Ranger you could possibly think of had some kind of vote for. And out of every single Psycho Ranger, I was expecting to see Psycho Pink. Not gonna lie, but that's not even a personal pick because I definitely want to see Psycho Green in the game over any of the other Psycho Rangers. But to definitively see that the community also agrees with something that I feel like should definitely be a thing. Top 8. 8th place, 29 overall votes. Psycho Green, it also shows me that people are aware of things outside of just the TV show. The fact that Psycho Green exists and this character is basically at this point a comic book exclusive. This is where this character made its debut. And like Isaac said, you need to read. Because that book is OD. And lastly, Astronomer, right? Another favorite of mine. She was definitely on my top 10. 28 overall votes. Again, obvious. But one thing I definitely wanted to point out, she was the highest voted space representative. That is saying a lot. So you got... Are you guys ready? So are you guys ready for me to go to this next panel? Okay.
If she was the highest voted space representative, I already know what to expect, and I'm not okay with that. y'all sleep out here, man. I don't even have to say, because if you know me, you know what I'm talking about. That is high key disrespectful to me, right?
I got one more.
So. If my boy does not make it into the game, well, guess what, guys? I'm not switching teams. You're still going to be seeing me play the most basic team in the game, and it's all thanks to you guys. It'll be all thanks to you guys. I will never forget.
I probably shouldn't have worded it that way. Oh, man. All right. Well, that's my bad. But moving right along, though, this next scene that I have, or this next graphic, I should say, this one was I'm calling this one the surprise picks, okay? For various reasons, which of course we're gonna get into. So first, the initial reactions from Tech and Isaac.
Oh my goodness.
oh
my goodness.
You already know what I'm about to say.
This low for Ivan Ooze?
Yeah, that's a little disappointing.
Not top 5?
Yeah, he should be top 1, first of all. But anyway, the fact that he's even on there, I'm going crazy. That's my boy.
Right. So.
And then.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. No, that's Deca Ranger, right? Yeah.
That is Deca Ranger. Yes.
I'm surprised he's that high. Extremely surprised he's that high. Like, I wouldn't have even thought he would even touch top 15, to be quite honest with you.
That is facts. I'm telling you.
We have a lot of new school people that voted. Like, wow, I'm in shock.
I'm telling you right now.
Heavily follow the comic books. So, like,
yup.
Like, the game probably has put on a lot of people to comic books. I think that's definitely something that they wanted to go for with this game. That clearly shows that it's succeeding because, like, I don't think he was getting votes before.
Right. So here's the reason why I call this graphic the surprise graphic, right? Again, you can see that both of these characters placed 6th and 7th, right? Let me talk about Ooze first. Let me get Ooze out the way, okay? Because yeah. So we're in trouble.
No.
All right. So Ivan Ooze, for those that might be living under a 90s rock and have no idea who this guy is, I could definitely say, and I'm not even gonna say arguably, but he is definitely one of the iconic villains in the Power Rangers franchise. And this guy only had one appearance, and that was, of course, in the first ever Power Rangers movie.
And the Trouble music video, just throwing that out there.
Okay, well, I mean, that comes with the movie. It comes with it. All right? So here we go, right? So Ivan Ooze, for that, he is goated, and he is immortalized in that because, you know, Power Rangers is a very... It holds a very big place in a lot of our hearts, and for those that are still fans of the IP and the franchise and have been around since then, we all know and recognize who Ivan Ooze is, and it comes as to no surprise that he should be included in the game. However, like I said, this is the surprise. This is the surprise graphic, right? So the reason why it's a surprise. The reason why it's a surprise is because this guy got 30 overall votes, and the fact is that even being even having one appearance, and even, you know, after loads of Power Rangers Academia episodes where I've talked about it on my stream, I've informed others that the likeliness of Ivan Ooze appearing in this game are very slim. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. They are very, very slim. But despite all that, enough of y'all voted to get this guy up in the top 10 at 7th place with 30 overall votes. So again, huge shout out to everybody that voted. Because I'm telling you guys, all this data comes into play at some point later down the line. I could tell you that right now, because this right here, this presentation, this is noise. This is considered noise. You know how I tell you guys, keep making noise, keep chalking it up, chatting it up on Twitter, on the social media. All of that is noise. And when we are loud enough, we get what we wanted. I mean, look at our DLC. Our DLC is fan service.
Literally fan favorites. Yeah.
Okay. Now he is the most challenging.
Scorpino?
What's up?
Scorpino was a fan favorite?
Oh, not only one.
Well, okay. Scorpino was a fan favorite surprise. Like, well, yeah, I'm not gonna get into that one, but
I think Shane just really wanted to put Scorpino.
Yeah, facts.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm not comparing. I'd rather have Scorpina in the game than the Ranger that got last on this list. I'll put it to you that way.
yeah. So Ivan Ooze, right? I'll also end. I'll end with the Ivan Ooze section by saying this. Like I said, a very slim chance. And it might be even slimmer with the recent realization that Disney kind of owns Fox properties. And I know for the longest time I was saying, and this is true, by the way, that like if we were to ever hope for Ivan Ooze or like any of the anything like even like the movie suits or Dulcia or anything like that came from that, anything that came out of that movie to be featured in the game in some way, shape, or form, obviously it all has to deal with the rights holders, licensing, and all that kind of jazz. And the fact that it's not just a simple Lionsgate would have to go to Fox, they kind of have to have a conversation with Disney now. And I'm not really sure how well or not that would go, but it's not like we'll really ever know until it actually happens, if it does happen. But again, keep the noise going. That's all I can really say.
The chances are better with Disney because they the homies.
You think
They
so?
know us. Yeah, they know us. We was one with them, baby. They own Power Rangers, you know.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
And then you forgot to mention the best part about Ivan Ooze. The Super Nintendo game, man.
Oh, well, yeah. That comes at
He has history.
that comes without saying. This man comes from a previous fighting game way back on the Super Nintendo. He was the most broken character, and people want him to be broken. Yes.
I mean, look,
why he has to get in.
the way I see it too is there's still, Hasbro, even Bandai, right? Even before Hasbro took over, Bandai was still making toys from the movie, right? So hope is not lost. Even with Hasbro, I think Hasbro has a better chance this time. More, if anything, to get Ivan Ooze in, whether it's merchandise or into the game,
Right.
or because look, if you put Legacy Wars is already a cash cow, right? It
Facts.
is.
Facts.
If Hasbro goes to Disney and is like, look, we want Ivan Ooze to put him in Legacy Wars, which right there will already be, it's just money all around for everybody. There is, how many people will pay to unlock Ivan Ooze in Legacy Wars. You can make that to the guaranteed hardest box for Ivan Ooze shards. So people will drop money to be able to get Ivan Ooze. Everybody wins in this situation.
I'm telling you right now, I feel like that would be Tech's first money spent on the game.
Actually, 100%.
Like, Ivan Ooze everywhere. Like, come on, man. And we spoke about this before too, Uchi. Him in the comic, which will change everything. You'll have him and Draken.
Oh right? My God.
Listen, the possibilities are endless with Ivan Ooze. He'll change everything.
Yo, okay. I hate to tangent in the middle of a presentation, but I think this is a kind of an important bit that I do want to share. Speaking of the comics, did you read that one issue not too long ago where Lord Zed was about to do something and then he saw something fly by him and then he was like, you know what? I think I'm going to sit this one out. And we still don't know who that was. Do you think that could be Ooze?
And listen, it very well could be.
Oh, God. Oh, because it wasn't Draken, because they already proved it wasn't him. Or was it him? I don't know. It could be Ooze. I don't know.
And, like, we're talking about Hasbro and Bandai. They had some movie toys like 5 years ago, right?
Yeah, they came out with the movie Morphers. They came out with the movie toys. So it's still very possible.
Literally, I did Ooze toy. Yeah.
Come on, yo. It's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. It's bound to happen.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now.
I was gonna say, I was gonna say that if there's any other types of indicators to look at, I would definitely pay attention to things like the comics, toy lines, anything that is recent, and if they ever do include Ooze in that, then I think the chances increase a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
Even the snow globe that he had in the movie is money.
100%. 100%. All right. So that's the whole Ooze take. Now, the Deca Ranger. Now, this one I definitely have to do a little bit of explanation. But the thing is, I mean, this guy got 36 overall votes, which clearly, I mean, I get, okay, let me start with this. The Deca Ranger is, as you can tell, a comic book character. Okay, this character does not appear in SPD, doesn't even appear in actual Deca Ranger, but you can see where the name is stemmed from. It's a direct nod at the Japanese counterpart to SPD, right? And who you're looking at is not the Doggy Kruger. See, because I thought that, an easy way to get Doggy another costume is, just slap on Deca Ranger. Because, it's like, he was basically like the commander of the SPD Rangers. It kind of fits his overall design as it is. Just do it. Even if it is Sky, which that is, in fact, Sky Tate. That is who is underneath that helmet. So, really quick story. Sky in later years of the SPD storyline, he gets promoted, of course, as we saw at the end of SPD. He gets the Red Ranger, and then beyond that, he gets promoted to Commander. But they didn't just Doggy Kruger didn't just go, here's my morpher. Nah, this man got a whole new John, as you can see. 6th place, top 10, 36 overall votes. Again, going back to what we were saying before, this kind of data is huge because that tells me that a lot of y'all are aware of what's out there and what comes from the comics. Whether y'all actually read them or not, the fact that y'all at least know is important. And this is going to go a long way for Enway and for the developers, because dude, like, again, over 1,100 votes. And this guy got the most SPD votes that put him in top 10 at 6th place, guys.
Shocking.
Yes. So, huge, again, big shout outs to all the voters, guys. I loved analyzing this data, and this was actually really fun to do. It was a lot of work. It took me a lot of time because, again, like I said, it was always open-ended. So I literally had to go through each individual vote, write it all down, tally it all up, and then graph it all, and then make these graphics, and then here we are. That's why it kind of took me a little bit. So, again, I apologize, but that's why we're here now. So, whew, yeah. Deca Ranger. I hope Deca Ranger gets into the game for sure. So, a huge shock. Yeah, I mean, just think about it. Like, Sky got more votes than Jack, if you think of it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I was going to win. Well, out of all the SPD votes.
I think this is probably my biggest surprise.
Yeah, this is like the wild card vote free.
Yeah.
But aside from wild cards, we're finally going to get into the top 3. Okay. Now, these two are no wild cards. I'll tell you that right now. And another shocking little bit of information that I will tell you guys right now is that both of these characters tied at 51 votes each.
What are the odds?
What are the odds, right?
What the heck?
So, if to build a little bit more suspense, if you guys want to fill in the chat who you guys think came in second and third, feel free. I'll give you guys like 10 seconds. I can't, Isaac.
You had that ready.
I can tell you is not an Uchi Ranger. I can definitely say that. Okay.
And we see a trend over here in the chat right now.
So, second and third was Zenaku and Ryan Mitchell, the Titanium Ranger.
Zanaku at second.
Yeah, Zanaku is surprising.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely one
Wow.
that asked for a lot. I will say, I didn't expect him to be that high.
Me neither.
Like,
Ryan.
I like it, though. We need more villains.
Yes, that is true. Him as that. Wow. I'm speechless. Zanaku. Ryan at number 3. I knew he was going to get top 5, but I did not think he was going to be this top 3.
Dude,
I thought like people would vote Zane over him.
this data is OD. I loved doing this. I absolutely loved doing this.
I think he got top 3 in the last character poll as well. I believe so. I'm not 100% sure. But he always gets pretty high. Like, y'all know how I feel about Zane. And I know, I mean, not Zane, Ryan. But I want everything Power Ranger exclusive in this game. So he's like a must-have for this game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If there's anybody from Lightspeed Rescue that should be represented, it's him.
Absolutely.
Easily.
Plain and simple.
So
There's no other choice.
yeah, to all your guys' points again, man. Zenaku, no brainer. this guy, since the game was conceptualized and introduced to the masses, I can vividly remember recalling on Twitter, in the Discord when I first made it, Zenaku was in everyone's mouth. Everybody was talking about Zenaku. And what's funny is, I feel like, I'm like, do y'all even know who Zenaku is? But clearly y'all do in some way, shape, or form. Y'all already know. This is your sole Wild Force rep right here. He had the most. Hold on, you know what? I was gonna share some fun data towards the end. But I kind of want to just give you guys a little bit of a tease of perspective as to how many characters Wild Force even got. So out of all the 1,100 plus votes, there was 8 categories for Wild Force, and Zanaku got 51. The
second highest?
The second highest was Merrick, the Silver Ranger, aka Good Zanaku.
So basically, you really want this guy.
Yes. Absolutely. Yep. So yeah. So this one comes at no surprise. Another indicator could probably be if you guys look at my Clockwork interview that I held at Evo last year.
I was there in the back.
Yes, literally, you can see Isaac talking to Sundula right behind me. He didn't even realize there was an interview going on. Yeah, like Clock even name dropped Zanaku, when he also name dropped Daishi in the same sentence. So
yeah, Daishi looks cool. I want Daishi in the game.
Yeah. So
I remember that. He said something along those lines.
Yep. You guys, it's still on YouTube. Go ahead, look it up. There's a Clockwork interview, Battle for the Grid. That's like the keywords right there. So check it out if you haven't. But yeah, so Ryan. Oh man. I love this community for so many reasons, but one of the reasons why I love this community is because from this poll alone, I feel so good, just because we had that means the majority of those are educated in this community. Why are they educated? Because y'all already know. Now, I consider Titanium Ranger a Silver Ranger in the silver category, even though like this is the only dude with an element as a Ranger color. Okay, that's how OD this guy is. Okay, we've already talked about this on several Power Ranger Academia episodes in the past. His backstory is ridiculous. Okay, my man had a cobra snake raised by villains. They thought he was dead the entire time. His freak
raised by Diabolico. Diabolico.
And the most important fact of all, he is our first American Ranger. Like a classification in of itself that warrants this dude's inclusion in the game 100%. Even getting at third, I can tell you right now, I would have been happy just to see him anywhere in the top 10. I didn't personally think he was going to get third, which is a surprise to me, and I'm very happy about that. So, again, huge shout outs to all you guys that voted for Titanium Ranger, voted for just everyone that voted, period. You know, you guys made this poll fun, even though it was a very long process, but you know, I definitely plan on doing this again. So, big shout outs. And I guess that leaves us with one.
Who could it be? Who could it be?
I want to see in the chat who do y'all think got the number 1 spot? I'll give y'all a few seconds.
It's definitely not Andros.
Spoiler, it's definitely not Andros.
That's crazy. Listen, we already know it's Ernie, so just might as well just show Ernie.
You sure? Right. I think it's Justin.
Yo, you're not funny, man. It hurt my feelings. Shout outs to you guys that are saying UchiRanger and Brother Uch in the chat. You guys are the best. All right, guys. I'm going to actually turn the music off just to make it that much more suspenseful. Okay. The winner of the 2021 Community Character Power Rangers Battle for the Grid poll is none other. And actually, I should also say this. This is not an official graphic. Again, all these graphics were made by me, but I just want to let y'all know this is not official. I made this. It might look real, but I made this. Let me reassure you guys. Let me say that again. I made this graphic. Okay. So again, the winner. Power Rangers Dino Thunder.
Gee, what a surprise. Oh my goodness. I am surprised. the community really showed up for this one. I would have never guessed in a million years that we would have Trent as the winner of this poll. I mean, man's doesn't have drip or anything, right? For him to be winning such a very popular poll, this doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, I'm more surprised that Trent isn't already in the game. Like, if anything,
just
Facts.
on drip alone, he won. People can have legit not know anything about Power Rangers. They see all the characters that are left to be put in the game. They see Trent, they're like, oh, we gotta have him. Just based off drip alone. Peep the drip. How my boy Trent?
He's like top 3 in drip.
In drip, yes.
Like he's definitely like top 3. He's up there.
And the thing that makes him even cooler is just his backstory, the redemption arc that is Trent. It's got drip for a reason. Guys, peep the visor. Peep the visor. I can't stop it. We need him in the game ASAP, and we need him to be. Well, I'm not gonna say need him to be cheap, but we need him in the game ASAP.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We don't need a more cheap characters.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I had to stop myself.
Now, guys, before I go completely into detail, my thoughts on this clear victory, right? Take a peep at the overall votes for this guy.
Yeah.
He is the only one that almost made it to a full 100. Like, think about the last 2 characters that got second and third, tied at 51. This dude got plus 30 plus more at 88 whopping. Like, this was no competition. Trent, Dino Thunder, power up. Ha! Okay? This guy, oh man, like I was saying before, at conception, people were talking Zanako. You want to know who else they was talking about? This guy. Trent has literally been one of the most talked about characters that hasn't been featured in this game yet. Sole representative of Dino Thunder. I can tell you guys right now, of the 7 Dino Thunder categories, he was of course one of them at 87. The second closest Dino Thunder character. Does anyone want to take a guess? I'm sure you guys already know.
It's probably Tommy. Has to be Tommy.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Of course.
You are correct. Dino Thunder Black, Tommy Oliver.
That says a lot for Trent to be all other iterations of Tommy.
Yup.
Right. Like that says a lot. Tommy, the most popular Ranger of all time. He beat Zeo Red. He has beat Turbo Red. No TJ, obviously. And he's beat Black Dino Thunder Tommy. That just goes to show how many people like Trent.
Mm-hmm.
Beating out the most popular Ranger of all time.
Absolutely. And do you guys want to guess how many overall votes Tommy Oliver, Dino Thunder Black got in comparison to the whopping 88?
Let's see. So number 10 has 30. Was it 30?
Yeah, I was gonna say like 20.
I was gonna say 16.
No.
Really?
Yeah, I was gonna say 16.
Tommy Oliver, Dino Thunder Black got 7.
7? I was one of those votes. That's crazy.
This was a wash.
Yo,
y'all capping, bro. We need 3 Tommies. We need to have a full Tommy team.
Yes.
Why?
Yes. That's what I'm saying, guys. Again, this is all from the community. Of course, we voted ourselves, but we only counted just as much as you did. Like we counted for just one singular vote per the 3 characters that we put in. I can tell you my votes right now. It was like Rita, obviously. Shit, I forgot who I voted for outside of Rita, but
So you could tell us.
Yeah, right. But yeah, like Dino Thunder Black, just to give you guys perspective, out of the 7 Dino Thunder voted characters, like, people voted for Connor, people voted for any Dino Thunder Ranger, Ethan, which is the Blue Ranger, Kira, the Yellow Ranger, Mezagog even, and of course Tommy and Trent. Trent with the outstanding victory, not only just within Dino Thunder, but the overall poll. I mean, man, like I can tell you right now, and this is me speaking personally, okay? I'm not trying to, nudge anybody, but I'm telling you right now, and I've made a lot of calls. Okay, I've made a lot of predictions in this community as far as characters go. And I'm telling you right now, Trent is gonna be in the game next year at some point. Has to be.
I hope if he's in the game, he has an infinite on Trini. I hope.
Why?
You already know why. Snitches get stitches. Omega Black, I see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's one of those characters that I obviously really want too, but like I feel like it's so obvious that I didn't even vote for him.
Yeah.
That is true. I mean, one of my votes made top 10, right? And that was Psycho Green. I mean, but I'm really surprised that like overall the top 10 here. I did not expect it to be this diverse. I really thought like anything Mighty Morphin or from the earlier seasons was gonna, take over. Except for Trent, of course. Trent was not a surprise. He won the last one. No surprise he won again. He looks cool. People like him. Yeah, I mean, just like what we're known for. This is the official poll, right? For the most requested characters, Battle for the Grid. No other poll matters. This right here is legit. 1,100 votes. Shout out to everybody that voted. Shout out to Ivan Ooze for being in the top 10.
Yeah. Are we gonna mention the characters we're surprised didn't make top 10?
Oh yeah, so there's actually some more stuff that I wanted to go over. So this is Trent's the winner. Goes without saying. Like literally, this is the biggest majority vote that I've ever seen. And like I said, if Trent don't make it by next year, that's how you know Enway's sleep. And they haven't been sleep. So I can tell y'all right now, that they are pretty woke and they are very much paying attention. I know that much, right? I'm telling y'all, Trent needs to be in the game. Not just needs to be, he's going to be.
If I was Enway, right, and I have people constantly telling me, where's Trent or can we get Trent in the game? And it gets annoying at some point. So how do you fix that? By putting him in the game.
Right.
See, the thing is too, the sooner we get Trent, the sooner we can get Dino Thunder Black.
Ooh, yes. That's facts. That is facts. Also I want to throw in there, okay? And this is something that's also a surprise to me, okay? Do you guys recall, how I was pushing for Quantum Ranger and it got to the point where, Eric Myers is in the game, also voiced by Dan Southworth, the original, Quantum Ranger and everything. Like, we got the full package on that, right?
Why'd you do that to us? As competitive players, why'd you do that to us?
Well, okay. You're welcome, first of all. Secondly, I will also say that during this time, before I was even put on to working closely with Enway and like being on the inside and all that stuff, I honestly thought that Trent was going to make it in the game far sooner, just because I felt like even though people were making noise for Quantum Ranger, they were also making loud, I feel like sometimes louder noise for this guy. So it was a surprise to me when, Eric got in, and then, obviously to mention that I had a hand in that influence, which is crazy to this day to even think and realize, but this is direct word from them that you had a part in this. I was like, wow, okay. But I'm like, where Trent at then? Like, I guess they can't do everything at once, obviously, but how is he not here yet? But that's whatever. We got, everyone wanted RJ, got RJ, and y'all regret that. I'll tell y'all that right now.
I never requested RJ. This is Uchi don't care about us, yo. He cares about us as fans, but as players, Uchi does not care about us, yo. I lost sleep because of Quantum. And my nightmares, all I heard was quantum power. I couldn't.
I need more quantum power. Just like that in your sleep.
That woke me up too many times, yo.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean,
don't even get me started on Airblade. Oh my goodness.
I
grew gray hairs.
My predictions for like that season 4, if we're gonna, I stop saying if, when we get that shit, because I know it's gonna happen, right? Like, I'm telling you, Trent needs to be on that. Zenaku,
Yeah,
probably.
I can guess those right now. Yeah.
And Rita has to be on that shit. I'm sorry. Like,
that's 3 right there.
Yeah.
That's what I would have said.
Trent, Zenaku, Rita, arguably, that first of all, that's all villains because you could count Trent as a villain, technically.
Yes,
That's a villain's DLC. That's
I
fire.
want villain Trent. If we would add Trent, I want him to be doing evil stuff.
Yes. 100%. So that's just my prediction right there. But yes, we're almost done with it. So now we're gonna get into I'm gonna show you guys the graph now, and we're gonna also talk a little bit about some of the other series because you guys might be curious as to even if you didn't see any character that you voted for that didn't make it into the top 10. Well, right now what I'm about to show you is the top 24 graph, and then we'll kind of go into talking about the series that had the most presence as far as overall series votes, right? So here is the graph right here. As you can see, if you check on the indicator key, right, you can see that in last, I believe, if I'm reading this right, was Dylan. So we have some RPM rep over here. All right. So shout outs to RPM. People are recognizing that. I saw people naming Zane. Zane only got 19 overall. But there you go. There you go, Isaac. Isaac, you got Andros at 23 overall.
Don't tell you there you go, Isaac. I'm not happy with that. 1,100 votes and he only got 23? Like, come on, yo, people asleep. But vote for Andros. Andros should have been number 1 on this. All right? It's my boy, greatest Red Ranger of all time. That's what I got to say about that. Rant over.
Yeah.
I feel like the thing with Zane, I share the same sentiment. Like, I feel like most people think you're not going to get Zane and Ryan. Right? Because like they're both so similar. Like obviously the colors. Like most people don't think we're gonna get both. So like, all right, if we're gonna get one, I'd rather get Ryan. Like I feel like if Ryan gets in, then Zane will shoot up.
Yeah,
I really think so. Just
because of the Silver Ranger category, almost.
Yeah, I feel like people just assume that we won't get both. At least not right now.
Yeah, because the thing is, they gotta separate it.
I'll tell you this: looking at this graph. There's really one thing that I'm very, very happy about, actually.
What's that?
Where's Megaforce?
Nowhere to be seen. So let's talk about. I'm checking this data really quick. Megaforce. Okay, so do you guys want to take a guess how many Megaforce categories there was overall?
What? I'm going with 0.
That's incorrect. I wish it was.
No way.
Pollo Sucio is almost there.
So there's 4?
Tech, what's your guess?
Robo Knight?
Oh, you get.
I feel like some people might have voted Robo Knight.
Okay. All right. So you want to guess characters? I'm just asking categories, like the number of the total Megaforce votes.
Probably like 2. I can see that many.
So the answer is 4, right? Wow. So
yeah, I was gonna say 5. I was gonna shoot up to 5.
so here's the funny part about Megaforce, right? Robo Knight, as you said, actually was the most voted for Megaforce character overall at 7 votes total, right? The other 3 were only voted for 1 time. So that means one person for each of these characters out there actually wrote that in, which is wild to me. But again, it adds up to the 1,100 plus votes. So again, shout out to everyone that voted. But the first one, right? Someone actually voted for Gia in her Megaforce yellow outfit.
Why?
And that's exactly what I said when I read that. And I was like, why? Like, why would you want the downgraded version? Like, that's crazy. Right? Like, no offense, but what?
They put the right, if they put any Gia, they put the right one.
Yeah, yeah.
Shout out to Gia and Trinity Infinite, just saying. Good choice.
The next one was Orion, which is the Super Megaforce Silver.
I am shocked at that one.
And then the final one was Vrak. And I was like, when I read the name, I was like, who is this guy? So when I searched it, I was like, oh, this is one of the Megaforce villains? Wow, okay. I wrote it down, I kept it moving. But yeah, those were your Megaforce. Again, we're only bringing that up because Isaac was very happy to not see any in the top 24, which is, there was not anywhere near that. Just to show you guys just to inform you guys of some proof. The one thing I am a little bit upset about, I'm not gonna lie, overall with the entire poll, is that my man Ninja Adam only had 26 total, putting him in the top 24 obviously, but I mean, like, what, 11 12, like, he was 13th place, which, I mean, I guess in retrospect that's not bad, but taking into consideration how many people talk about Ninja Adam, it's a surprise to me. I can tell you right now, Shady wants Ninja Adam in the game. Okay, like, if you have a developer saying that character belongs in this game, you would think more people would vote for him. Maybe they just didn't know. Maybe, I don't know.
Dude, I'm literally looking at, because I wanted to pull it up, because I was like, man, am I tweaking right now? Because I remember Ninja Adam was number 2 on the older unofficial fan ballot, with like 11% of the all the votes. That's above Ryan. That's above Cam. That's above Zenaku. That's above Korag.
Wow.
Astronomer. Like, that's kind of crazy.
That is mad crazy. I mean, times definitely changing. The wind flows a little bit differently sometimes, and in a lot of cases, I mean, sometimes you just have other characters that come to mind first that you really want, because again, think about the hundreds of people that voted, that casted their vote, that they wanted who they wanted. They did a lot of people voted for different reasons. They had their personal picks, which is probably like the most prominent reason to even vote in a poll like this, and then you might have those that vote realistically, and they'll probably put certain characters over others. So that's probably where they find those those results overall. But another thing I wanted to point out, or actually a few things I see here.
Where's Antonio? Oh, y'all did my boy dirty.
Antonio.
Nobody wants Antonio, okay?
Speak for yourself.
A total of 5 people wanted Antonio.
Let's go. Those 5 people are my best friends.
They're probably bots. They're really nobody actually voted for them.
I have made 5 different accounts just so I could vote 5 times for Antonio.
Oh my gosh. Let me see what else I want to go over. Oh yeah, so if you notice, 27 total votes went for any Psycho Ranger. Like, there was actually people that literally wrote in any Psycho Ranger. So I was like, okay, I guess this counts as its own category since it's like a general like kind of vote, but it's not a completely direct vote. So yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of cool. Kia, another comic book character, that's Omega Blue right there. She got 22, making it into the top 24. That's pretty impressive. Again, the comic book awareness is so strong, and I love it.
Another one that I'm surprised about that's not even on here is Ilarion. How Kia got more
Oh
votes
my
than
god, yeah, that's so
That's
true.
surprising.
There's no JJ either.
Oh, I can confirm not a single
That's crazy.
person voted for JJ.
That is.
I don't know.
They put, so more people voted for Orion over JJ. That is crazy.
Yeah, so to me that just means that the knowledge is not that strong then.
Megaforce Gia got more votes than JJ.
Low-key, if you add together Psycho Green and the general Psycho Rangers, they'll be number 2.
Yes. And that's why I separated them instead of because I feel like if I combined them, that would have been like a biased decision on my part, and I didn't want to implement any bias at all. Like, I was strictly community only for this. Ilarion, which you asked about before, she got 12 overall votes as far as like comic book characters went. Someone also voted for the Orange Solar Ranger, but there's literally only one vote.
Yeah, that was Teresa. Teresa said she voted.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah. Wow, I'm surprised. That's a popular Ranger in Legacy Wars, just the overall cheapness. So I'm surprised that only one vote. I really expected more.
Mm-hmm.
Tuco is the purple Solar Ranger too on the Discord, and he didn't vote for.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I used to run a Larian support in Legacy Wars until I finally unlocked my Ninja Adam one. So, yeah. But
I'm telling you, I think people hate Valerian because of the Legacy Wars. Because I did. I can sure tell you.
yeah, she's hella cheap.
She got nerfed to hell though. She's trash now, but she used to be broken.
Yeah. On the screen, you guys are looking at. All right. So let me ask this: out of the characters and the options you see on screen right now, who is the wild card and why? Can anybody name one? I'm looking for one option.
For what we have on the screen right now.
You mean like the most surprising pick?
Not surprising, but the one that sticks out the most. I'll give you a hint.
Time Force Black.
Okay, so Kyra.
Yes.
Right? Kyra, all right, so that wasn't the right answer, but now that you say that, I guess there's 2 wildcard picks.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
That's the one that stuck out to me after looking at the list here.
So, yeah. I will tell you this right now, guys. For those who don't know who Kyra is Time Force Black Ranger. Some of y'all might not know that Time Force had a Black Ranger because it only just recently happened in the comics. That's why you gotta read. Kyra is actually Alex's sister. Okay? And she had the most Time Force votes.
Oh, wow.
She got 25.
Wow.
And there's
not that many Time Force left, so I could kind of understand that.
Listen, that's still impressive.
That's hella impressive, dude. That's so impressive.
Yeah.
Like, just think about it. Like, we're talking, this character got more votes than Wes, got more votes than Rancic, and got more votes than the only other 2 options that people voted for was Trek and Nadira, which Rancic got 11 of those overall. Kyra got 26. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's a pretty big. Yeah.
Nadira got 1 and Wes got 1. Wes got 1 vote overall. Think about it. 1,100 plus. He got 1 vote.
I love Wes, but I mean, we got Eric already.
I mean, that is true. Not gonna lie, that is very true. So it says a lot. That I'm telling you, what does this mean? This data, man. I'm telling you, just as a reminder, I'm gonna keep pressing this. The comic books have a very strong presence in the community, in the game, and the awareness is there. So they just gotta take this data and deliver now, because it's not like we don't already have comic book characters in the game. I mean, hello, Draken is a direct comic book character. Trini, Dragon Armor Trini, it literally happened in 1 page. 1 page out of the comics, and she's in the game. Sentry. Yeah. Everybody's favorite whack fake stormtrooper is in the game. That character is literally a part of a generic army of dragons.
And even let's be real, Lauren is only in the game because of the comic books. Like, if we're being real.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess.
Not because of Samurai.
Well, yeah, because I mean, this girl literally was in the last 4 episodes of Super Samurai, did nothing. Yeah. So I'm saying, yeah, I mean, to your point, she did a lot more in the comics, I'm sure. To be honest. Yeah. So the all in all, guys, the comic books they play a heavy role, and of course, not. How can I forget the Battle for the Grid storyline is basically derived off of the comic book story.
Yeah.
So this data was really dope. Like I keep saying, it was really dope to look at and to analyze. A lot of comic book characters show up all throughout, especially in the top 24, top 10 even. So shout out to that. But does anyone still want to guess?
Is it the Blue Omega Ranger?
No, not Kia.
Dang, I thought it was her. Because looking at it, that's last night.
I'll give you a hint. I consider this part of the exception.
I don't know.
mean, Deca Ranger was already a surprise to me, but
Yeah, we already
say
went
no.
into that.
yeah, but we addressed that. I don't know.
So surprisingly, no one even saw it in the chat. No one said it in the chat.
Like you said, what's a wild card?
Wild card, yeah. This is a wild card pick that got an overall. Let's see here, an overall 18 votes, and the
Dylan?
only reason why I put this on the list is because I wasn't completely clear within the rules, but considering that, I guess you can say yes, they do have.
I see on the bottom, Ryu Ranger.
Correct.
I peeped him. He's in the cut, yo. I didn't even know that.
So
Yo.
I'm telling you, like 18 overall is not bad.
Oh yeah.
That's in the top. That's top 24. The only correlation is obviously Legacy Wars, but a very strong correlation in that to even hype up the inclusion of the Street Fighter property in a Power Ranger game, they had a live action short with the OG actors from Power Ranger side of things, of course. And when I saw the amount of votes, right, I was like, okay, you know what? Let me not be a stooge and let me be reasonable, because I can tell you guys right now, a lot of I shouldn't say a lot of y'all, but some of y'all voted for some characters that I was just like, okay, what are you guys doing? Like, stop, right? It was a very small few. I'm not gonna exaggerate it at all, but there were some Street Fighter categories that I at least jotted down to at least bring up during this stream. And Ryu Ranger, this was specifically Ryu Ranger that was voted 18 times overall in the 1100 plus. So I had to put it down. I wanted to talk about it because, again, this is something that I know, and I speak for all of you when I say that this is a crossover we want to see happen.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's happening in a mobile game. To some, that might seem like, like that's not fair. Like, why is a mobile game doing this? Why can't this be on console? But, because it's Enway, it's the same developer, it's the same studios that had it done. We're all asking, well, can y'all make Lightning Strike twice? Can y'all make it happen? You already got the connection. Can y'all have that conversation one more time? Can y'all make it happen? And I mean, not to mention, they kind of did ask us publicly on Twitter, hey, what would you guys do if Street Fighter character just popped up into the game? I mean, if that's not a clear indication that this might be a possibility in the future, dude, man, I don't know what is. So,
It would be the most full circle thing possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I obviously would love to see that.
And I brought it up that day we had that Discord discussion. Even in the merchandise, right? Like, who wouldn't want a Ryu Ranger figure? Let's be real here, or Morpher. There's money to be made again. Hasbro, get together with Enway, make it happen.
oh yeah.
Please.
I definitely think they're trying. I think that's what. Like, why else would they even like that?
I'm sure Capcom will be down too. There's no reason Capcom would not want them on here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Just speaking on the Capcom side of things, I've even noticed from Capcom, and weirdly enough, ever since like Ono left, I feel like their whole like strategy going forward with just how they're operating is a lot different. In some ways, I feel like it's a lot better, and it sucks. It's crazy to even say that because I love Dono-san, but I just feel like they're now trying to be more about the players and having fun, which I feel like crossovers is definitely one of those fun things. And who's to say? I mean, like I said, they've already done this before. Why not do it again? And the weird thing is, like, if you look at Street Fighter 5, they're like the one game out of all of the current modern relevant fighting games, right now, that don't really have, outside of like costumes, they don't have any like guest characters in the game yet.
Yeah, that's true.
So imagine next year or whenever Imagine there's a time where they end up in a Power Ranger fighting game before they even get any kind of guest characters. Dude. And then imagine if they returned the favor, and what if Tommy showed up in Street Fighter? Fuck.
You know damn well that's not happening. But if it did, but I would lose my shit at that point. I wouldn't, yo. Oh my goodness. Oh, one can dream.
Dude, they have to. They have to. I'm going to start playing Street Fighter more now just to get ready. I'm going to play Ryu, just default.
I'll definitely drop Rashid in a heartbeat, yo. In a heartbeat. May as well have V-Trigger busted. Like, oh my goodness.
That'd be hilarious. I wouldn't even know what to say.
I could definitely see like the Ranger costumes being brought into Street Fighter, but
That
yo,
also works.
come on, if any one character from Power Rangers made it into Street Fighter, it's Tommy 100%. Green Ranger Tommy. And he could have all the outfits. He could have his White Ranger. He could have Tommy Oliver, Dr. Oliver. They could give him everything in Street Fighter. Like, they really could. I would pay $50 just for the Tommy pack in Street Fighter.
Facts.
$50.
Even that's you getting a deal.
Yes, that'll give me a Power Ranger stage. It'll give me several costumes, several taunts, 3 critical arts, and a plenty more. $50 free.
Fighting in the command center? Oh, hell yeah, I'll pay for the command center stage.
Oh
Take
my.
all my fight money.
Yo, that would be awesome. All right, so before we talk more about crossovers, because there's some other stuff, the last few things about crossovers that we'll talk about. There's a couple more slides here, graphics. So for those that might be wondering what series of Power Rangers had the most overall votes, well, look no further. Here is your top 4.
I see Turbo.
So guys, your thoughts on these?
RPM.
Obviously, number Mighty Morphin is gonna be up there.
Mm-hmm.
What are you saying about that?
But I'm saying RPM up there. I'm surprised. I'm surprised.
I feel like the thing that I'm surprised about for RPM is actually I'm not surprised because like there's so many characters that could be. Because like there's no like if you could pick somebody from RPM, obviously if I had to just look at this picture, like I think Dylan probably got a couple votes.
18.
Ziggy probably and then Ziggy as well, and then probably
23.
people like me that want to see Gem and Gemma.
Okay,
You know
so
what's crazy too?
So that's like-
Turbo, in a way, is also a little surprising to me. Also for Turbo,
Now-
because a lot of people when they talk Turbo, they don't really say too many good things about it. I mean, there's obviously the exceptions, but Turbo for the most part is a very negatively reviewed season. From the majority.
I can tell you right
Maybe
now,
that's tough
Turbo is the GT of Power Rangers.
People
People love to hate on it, but they love it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So that's the space doesn't surprise me. Best season. I don't care what anybody says. Mighty Morphin, given
the
the
representative.
original. There's no Zeo on here. Nobody cares about Zeo.
We already got Trent.
That's what I'm saying. They got the only one that matters.
I'm trying to think of like
that's nice.
series that haven't been represented at all. There's like
Storm.
like Ninja Storm,
If-
Turbo, Space.
Nothing for Mystic Force. Well, no,
We
you
already
down
have
in
Mystic
there.
Feel-
I forgot.
Feel free to ask me, and I have the data in front of me. I can literally
Oh,
look
yeah,
up.
Lightspeed Rescue too. Yeah.
So these are the top 4, right? So Tech started to name some characters for RPM because now the numbers that I represent on the screen right now, those are the total categories that within each series that people voted for like a certain character within that series. So like for example, if we look at Turbo, actually no, let's look at RPM first because that's what Tech was talking
Uchi, not
about.
to cut you off or anything, but just backtrack a little bit here. But did anybody vote for anybody from Operation Overdrive?
Yes, they did.
Oh, okay. I was just curious. That's all.
Yeah. We could go into it. Actually, I could just tell you right now, it's only 2 characters, and they each got 1 vote each. So
Good. Even that's too much.
It's a good.
yeah. All right. So let's see. So RPM, get in gear. Okay, so like I said, so RPM got 10 categories, right? Of the 10 categories, people were voting for any general RPM Ranger. That was a singular vote. Dylan had 18. That was actually no surprise for me that if anyone was going to be voting for anyone out of RPM, it would have definitely been him. Flynn McAllister. Oh, well, I'll get to Ziggy. He's actually last on this one, but he's definitely on this list. Flynn McAllister, RPM Blue, got 1 vote. Gem and Gemma, as a unit, got 6. Gemma as standalone got 1. Mac, the RPM Red, got 3. Scott Truman also got 1. Snapper got 1. I feel like Snapper's like a villain, I'm guessing. Venjix got 6. And then Ziggy, the RPM Green, he got 23.
Yeah. What about Tanan? Nobody voted Tanan? So
Nope. No one.
Wow, not even a single vote. But
Nope.
yeah, again, Gia, Megaforce Gia. Natural Megaforce Gia got 1 vote. Oh my goodness, yo.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
So,
Yeah, like she doesn't really have like iconic like weapon like most female villains. I don't know.
yeah. All right. Let's see. So Turbo, another tenor, right?
Justin probably got the most votes.
You think so?
Nah,
Yeah, I think so.
I think Blue Centurion got the most. Or Shadow. People really like
Should have
Shadow
been
Ranger.
Phantom. It should have been Phantom Ranger.
yeah,
I know I voted for Phantom Ranger. I know I
People
did.
really like Phantom Ranger. So I think I could see him or Blue Centurion.
All right. So here's the thing. Tech was spot on initially. He said Blue Centurion probably got the most votes. Oh wait, no. I read that wrong. Sorry, he didn't. He was just at the top of the list. That was my bad.
Body.
Yeah, I bodied myself. That's not even his fault. That's my fault. All right. So out of the 10 categories, people were voting for Adam, the Turbo Green Ranger. Got 1 vote.
I was gonna say
What?
that.
Adam has the Turbo Green? His worst version?
People want Adam at all. Any Adam.
Yeah. Right. Facts.
His worst version.
Facts.
Why is it his worst version?
Is it his best?
No.
No. Yes.
Listen.
Of all the Adams, he's easily the worst one.
Listen, we're gonna not to disrespect one of my favorite characters of all time. I mean, he's my second favorite character. But if we're ever gonna tier list Adam as a character, Green is like B tier. I have to say that. I'll say that right now. That's the spoilers for that list. But he got 1 singular vote. So there was one brave soul out there that was just so desperate to have Adam in the game in any which way. They just threw in Turbo Green. So that's fine. Right? So Blue Centurion got 6. Someone...
I'm surprised.
Yeah. Oh, trust me. You're going to be more surprised about this next vote. That got 1 vote. Ready for this? Carlos.
Yo, that was fear.
That was definitely fear.
There's nobody else that vote for Carlos.
Yeah, but does Fear even know that he was Green Ranger?
Probably not, so you're right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it couldn't have been Fear.
It was 100% Omega Black. 100% Omega Black. It's a troll.
All right.
Oh, man.
Next after that, Divatox only had 2 votes. That's actually heartbreaking.
That's surprising. I expected her to at least have 5.
Yeah.
Divatox didn't really fight that much, so I could see that.
Yeah, we already know how I feel about like the lack of fighting in any character. Like, I don't care.
Oh, there's Fear. Fear doesn't know.
Yeah.
Fear doesn't know Green Ranger Carlos.
All right, so here we go. So then next after that, finally we got my man Justin with 5.
Ooh, more than Carlos. Let's go.
I better have more than Carlos.
Oh, dude.
And guys, just another reminder. This is how you know this is a completely community dumb poll, okay? Because if it was me, Justin would have been top 10 free. And he got 5 overall out of like 1,100 votes, okay? So yeah. Phantom Ranger tied Justin at 5.
What? Oh,
Phantom Ranger tied Justin, son. How does that make you feel?
We need a recount. Come on, there's something wrong there. The mana recount.
Nah, it's right. It's right there, bro.
Ranger. That's crazy. I'm 1 of 5.
I don't know.
So
I think
someone.
Blue Centurion would actually.
Wait, so the Blue Centurion what?
It would be a cool character, like a playstyle.
So
It'd be shit.
Cassie.
I agree.
Cassie as Pink Turbo got more.
Actually, someone voted for Pink Ranger. Didn't say a name, but they said Pink Turbo Ranger. So that could either be Cat or Cassie.
Yeah.
Probably Cassie.
Yeah,
I think.
I would think that too, honestly.
Yeah, I'd say Cassie too.
Now this is this next character that I'm about to say right now. It was the most voted for Turbo character at 10, and that's TJ.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not surprised that TJ. When I expected TJ to be voted like high, it'll be Blue Space TJ.
Yeah,
I did not expect Red Turbo TJ was gonna be better. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that TJ won, but again, I didn't think more him than Tommy Red Turbo.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Not a single person voted for Tommy Red in Turbo at all.
Well,
The next two,
So-
what's up?
I need to know. Well, I guess we can wait until we do space, but I need to know TJ's combined votes. We can wait till.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I can do that for you. No problem. I can definitely do that for you.
I'm trying to see where he'll be.
if TJ was put, I want to see him as the blue, but
Of
still.
course, yeah.
As default, probably, right?
Well, I see Omega Black there in the cut, yo. Shout out to Omega Black.
Good Omega.
Okay, so oh yeah, the last two categories for Turbo after TJ was Tanya as Turbo Yellow, one singular vote. And then what's up?
That was TK 100%.
Oh, really? You think so?
I know for a fact it was TK. I know for a fact. He probably voted for Tanya twice.
That's crazy. Well, no, Tanya only has one vote overall.
Overall. Oh, okay. It wasn't TK. TK would have voted Zio.
Mm-hmm. And then the last one was just any Turbo Ranger at that point. Now, if we go over to Space.
Yay, the best season.
Space with a
Except for
12.
Carlos.
Yeah. Which, let me see. I can confirm Carlos has no representation in Space, which is crazy to me because
Let's go.
if you
Let's
take
go.
away his Turbo shit, he's nowhere on this.
Yo, that's crazy how they put Green Carlos over Space Carlos. Damn. Body.
That is
Space is so stacked that makes Carlos irrelevant.
Yep. That should actually be a measuring stick.
And you think at least all the base Rangers would be one if there's 12 votes. That's crazy.
Speaking of which, do you guys want to take a guess at the 12 categories before I reveal them?
I mean, I'd assume it's every character. I mean, I'm sure Andros, TJ, Cassie, Ashley, Zane, Astronomer, Ecliptor. Who else? You said 12?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's his name? The dude with the red, who was Ecliptor's basically rival.
That's
Forgot his name.
Dang, I forgot his name.
Arconda, there we go. Darkonda.
Somebody voted Dark Spectre. Yeah, Darkonda. That's such a funny name.
Yeah, it really
Dark
is.
Spectre, that's funny.
Did somebody vote Dark Spectre? Who else? Let me think.
Yeah, if somebody voted Dark Spectre, that would be OD.
As a Zord, though, that would kind of be fire.
He got some lore. That man was in the. He had 2 different alliances. I actually like that.
Yeah.
And then he came back.
Mm-hmm.
And what was Divatox's nephew?
Oh, the pinhead.
Yes.
Yeah. That's right. There's a nephew, right? Dang.
I forgot about
Elgar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Elgar was the Goldar of Turbo.
Yes. because he was in space
And
too.
Yeah, that was so funny. Like that he was in space too.
Oh yeah, he was just chilling with Astronomer. I forgot about.
Yeah.
Damn, it's been so long.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the best.
I rewatched Space. I completely forgot Elgar was in it. I was like, wait, he's in space too.
All right, so I'll give you guys the actual votes, right? So the 12 categories in alphabetical order, and I'll also give like the overall votes with those individual characters, right? Astronomer at the top, 28, clear as day. Second, Andros in Space Red at 23. The third, well, this is okay, yeah. Any Space Ranger at 2. Ashley, 1 vote. Ashley's the Yellow Ranger.
It would have had another one if she spelled my name right.
Ha! Ecliptor at 15.
Yeah, I can see that. People like Ecliptor. He's pretty cool.
Hell yeah, dope.
1 vote for Psycho Blue. 29 votes for Psycho Green.
I already know Psycho Blue voted for Psycho Blue. There is no. There is
Oh,
no
true.
about that.
Probably right. Let's see. Psycho Pink had 7.
I definitely went around picks, so I just said all the Psycho Rangers.
Yeah. The total, there was a category for just any Psycho Ranger. 27 of those.
Yeah.
We need the psychos, man.
Psycho Red had 5. TJ had 11.
That's not enough. That is not enough.
I'm actually going to agree with that. That's not enough. That is not okay.
You said Turbo TJ had 8?
Turbo TJ had 10. So if you combine the two, he had 21 overall votes.
I think Turbo, not Turbo, Space TJ will make it before Turbo because there's 3.
No, I just wanted to count on how many people voted for TJ at all.
But still, I think TJ, if he were put in the game, it'll be the blue Space Ranger. We need more blue representation.
Yeah, that's true.
I just wanted to see strictly how many people voted for TJ at all. But like,
Yo, Uchi, did anybody vote for Kai? Lost Galaxy? Any chance?
Lost Galaxy. So no, the votes for Galaxy. There was only 4 categories for Lost Galaxy.
Oh wow.
And
Magnus already in. That's what people.
yeah, I feel like he's the one that people want the most.
Yeah, surprisingly though, I will say this before I reveal the last character, which I'm sure you guys could already guess who the last one would be for Space. Captain Mutiny, 1 vote. Corone,
Really?
like legit Corone. Pink Galaxy, 3 votes. Trakina had 7, and Villamax had 3.
What? Max?
Villamax,
Yo!
no Leo,
That's sick.
no, what's his face? The Green Ranger. I figured people would have voted for him. The freaking the mechanic.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
No Kai,
Fraud.
nothing. No, not even Maya. Nobody cared about Lost Galaxy, which is kind of crazy.
That's such a shame. I love Lost Galaxy is like really up there for me. So that's a shame. Yeah, Damon, that's it.
Right. There, yeah, that was the name.
I only asked because I didn't want to forget the question.
That's fine.
Asking
That's
about
fine.
Lost Galaxy.
Yeah.
Hey, what about Kendrick? Nobody voted Kendrick.
Not a single person voted for Kendrick. People voted for
Ooh.
Corone over
People
Kendrick.
voted for Megaforce
dirty.
Gia before they voted for Kendrick. I'm always gonna go back to that.
For the cause, bro.
Fucking-
Died for the cause. That's crazy.
Dude, honestly, I feel like this is
She the only ranger and lay her life on the line.
yeah, like this is data for us, so that way we can really give these seasons that should be deserving of more attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the last character for Space, going back to that, was of course Zane at 19 overall votes.
Yeah. We all love Zane.
Yep. Now, last but not least, with the most, of course, overall vote, the overall categories, I should say, within the series, was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Now, to have some chat interaction, and y'all could throw out who you guys thought made up this 25 category number. Feel free, drop who you thought, and I will go over
Definitely
it.
Zach.
That's too
Without a doubt, Zach.
Oh, he's on there for sure.
Bro, don't get me started, man.
What's
Zach
up,
is my
now,
boy.
Zach?
Dragon Armor Zach too. I bet he's up there.
Let's see.
He would probably
Did
ask me for
anybody vote
another
Rocky?
Tommy.
Did anybody vote Rocky? That's the real question.
One person.
Oh my, that's
One person voted for Rocky, dude.
Wow.
And they wrote his full name out, Rocky de Santos.
Why would you vote for? I don't get it. Like, what you want him to be the Red Ranger? How do you represent Rocky? Am I?
Wow.
You just want a different voice? Is that it?
Nah, you know in that beat 'em up game that came out last gen, right? You were able to pick between Jason and Rocky, so it kind of gets the same idea. I don't know.
That's funny.
Cat probably is on there. Aisha, I'm sure people wanted Aisha.
I know some bozos voted for both.
Oh, facts, of course.
I can tell you right now.
Somebody voted for Alpha.
I can tell you right now, Kat and Aisha both were not voted for at all.
Ooh, the vocal score was definitely sure. Ernie, as a troll.
Ernie.
No, Ernie was not.
All right, so I'm thinking Rito.
Yes, 4.
Yeah,
4 votes.
Rito. That Sphinx monster.
Or
pumpkin rapper.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I was like, I know that guy that always looks for pumpkin rapper.
Pumpkin rapper. Yeah, pumpkin rapper got 3 overall.
Yeah. I already know. Ninjor.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he got 6.
Yep. Ninja Adam, obviously.
Yeah, he made the top 24 free.
Yeah. Don't tell me. I'm trying to think who else.
Oh, Billy.
Yes, he
Yeah,
got
Billy,
he got 9, which is kind of surprising.
Billy.
That's cool.
Billy.
I'd like to see a Billy costume.
Zach was up there.
Mhm.
Was Dragon Shield Zach up there?
So here's what I did. So in order to like not have like too many categories, and obviously that wasn't stopping Mighty Morphin because there's like way too many characters to not pick from, I guess. I could tell you right now, there was in fact like at least one person that voted for a Dragon Armor Shield Zach. So what I did was I just, if anyone requested a character by name but included like an outfit, I just threw it in the generic overall vote. Yeah, so Zach had overall, he had 9.
No surprise there.
That's fair.
So he tied with Billy.
Trini, no Dragon Armor?
Trini had 1 vote.
Really? People really do ask for Trini. Like,
Yeah.
like, can we get Trini without the armor? Like, I see that a lot. Like,
Yeah, that way she can't get infinite on.
That's hilarious.
Was Zordon a pick? Somebody probably trolled.
Actually, Zordon had 2 of his own categories. He had one as, I'm sure, well, okay, so here's how I saw it, right? People don't realize that they could have been trolling and be like, oh yeah, we want the floating head as a playable character, right? But see, here's the thing. I read the comics, and I could tell you that for those that know, Zordon, they show his backstory, and he basically was on like his own like version of a Power Ranger team. Like he had like I said, like they say in the show, like he was he was like an intergalactic being or some shit that was like how do they phrase it? I always forget. That was warped into a time something.
Yeah.
And that's how he's a floating head in Power Rangers. But before his life as a fish in a tank, he was a warrior. Like he was a ranger. Except, you know, those suits did not, the suits in the comics that he had was actually kind of OD, I'm not gonna lie. It was very different, but it kind of they were pretty dope. But yeah, so that's how, when I saw that, I was like, they don't even realize that they could technically put Zordon as like that kind of character. The other Zordon category was 2 votes went to. Oh no, I'm sorry. The other Zordon, there was 3. Sorry, I said 2. It was 3. And then the other Zordon was actually, someone literally specified Zordon from the 2017 movie Red Ranger. So they wanted the Red Ranger version of Zordon. So basically, think Cenozoic Blue, but the first Cenozoic Red in that respect would be Zordon for 2 votes.
Yeah, I wouldn't really want that. But
Alpha too. For 100% Alpha.
Oh, Alpha had
Okay,
8. Yeah, he had 8.
Yeah, that was free. Finster was Finster on there?
No Finster.
Surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because of the comics. Finster's OD.
Right.
Trying to think of who else. Was Scorpina? Wait, no, never mind.
Oh, she's already in the game.
We're talking about. I forgot she was in there.
Some goofballs to put her anyway.
What about that new Goldar?
No. Not a single. No.
That's what I was referring to. I was thinking of.
Unless somebody did Mask Rider just to be a smart ass.
Oh, so I could tell you right now, and I separated that, which didn't even count, but someone I put a note on the side. So 4 people just wrote Kamen Rider. So because of my rule that I was like, okay, that's, I guess because there was a Kamen Rider in Mighty Morphin that was the Masked Rider. I just wrote it down as that, but I didn't count it towards the Mighty Morphin. I just put that as a side just to bring it up during this whole thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I bet some people voted for the putties too, right?
No, actually, no one voted for a putty.
Really?
Yeah, no one voted for a putty. Yeah, so we have plenty of memers in the community, but
didn't vote for the movie putty.
Nope. Thank God. So I'll try to fill in the blanks that because you guys pretty much named a lot of them. So let me just run these down. So I'll also mention, I think as a character, as a singular character, Adam probably has the most overall, I don't want to say repeat, but he shows up a lot is what I'm trying to say, right? Because we didn't even talk about Zeo, but we already mentioned that he was voted for 1 time in Turbo. He had 9 Zeo green votes in the Zeo. Zeo had 4 for their categories, right? But in Mighty Morphin, he shows up 3 times. Once.
I need to know the combined Adam.
Yeah. Adam, so he shows up once as the Black Ranger, right? No ninja. So that has 6 votes. Then, of course, the most famous one that everybody wants him in the game for, the Ninja Adam, that had 26. And then he had 1 singular vote for his coinless version, which I thought was interesting because that's another comic reference. So then if you tally up all his, so that's 7, that's 33, that's 34. So that's 40, it's 43 overall for Adam, period.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. So at the end of the day, Adam is definitely a very, no matter how you slice it, people want him in the game. A lot. It's spread out, but either way, Adam definitely is wanted.
So yeah, if you just took Adam by himself, he'll be top 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, if they considered putting characters that have multiple suits, because they already do recognize these Rangers by their real names anyway, like Tommy Oliver, Jason Lee Scott, those are examples. those two right there, they've been Rangers multiple times. So if they put like Adam Park, like if they defaulted him as Ninja Adam, that's fine. But as long as they put him as Adam Park, they could literally give him his Zeo and his Turbo just for the shits and giggles. And Black Ranger. Fuck it. Yeah. Let's see. So I mentioned Billy already with 9. Bulk had 2. Bulk and Skull together as a unit had 6.
Yes, let's go.
Who voted for just Bulk?
I don't know.
Really? Oh my goodness.
Nah.
Hope not. Yeah, I know.
Dulcia had 1.
Ooh, that's surprising.
We already talked about Ivan News with 30. Someone wanted Jason with the Dragon Dagger. And I was like, doesn't he already have it?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Literally does.
2 people voted for Madam Woe, whom I forgot about, to be honest.
What's Rita's mom?
Wait. Oh yeah. Wait. No. Wait, whose mom?
Rita. I don't know.
Nah. Rita's mom is freaking Lady Fiena. She was on my top 10.
Oh yeah.
That was your top 1.
So she's an old friend of Rita. Okay, I don't remember this character.
Someone voted for movie MMPR, which is generic as it comes. Ninja got 6. Pumpkin Rapper got 3. Rito got 4. Rita got 38. 2017 Rita got 5. And then Rita as the Green Ranger, also coming from the 2017 movie, which we never actually saw, I don't think.
All right, hold up. How come I didn't ask this before? How many votes did Ninja Steel Pink get?
Ooh.
Before I forget to ask the important question, don't disrespect Technique. There's no way. I pushed for a vote. At least one.
Okay, hold on. Oh God, Isaac, you're not gonna like this. Ninja Steel only had 1 category, and this one character was voted for 4 times.
Cowboy Ranger?
That is correct. Levi West and Ninja Steel Gold. I was just gonna say Stuco will be happy, but that means that there is no Pink Ranger.
Alright. Y'all know that day I was pushing for the Pink Ranger heavy. And you know what? I saw everybody's true colors, including you and Technique. Alright.
I'm not voting for that character.
I'm not either.
You know what? I'm not even mad because she would have won free. She would have won free. So people did this on purpose. They thought everybody expected her to win, so they're like, we're not voting for it. That's what happened. So it's fine. I'm chilling. It's fine. If I have to ask, if I forget again.
All right, no problem.
Still, it's crazy how Megaforce Gia got more votes than, you know what? I'm gonna
That's crazy. Yo, don't do that to yourself, though.
I'm not gonna do that. Like I said, I can give you an explanation, and everything I say is true, so I'm fine.
Okay. Rocky, like I said. Oh, so you know what's funny? Rocky actually got another vote in Zeo. Overall, Rocky got 2 overall votes in the 1100 plus votes. He got voted for once as Mighty Morphin Red, and he got voted for once as Zeo Blue. Shout outs to Rocky fans. The 2 of you out there.
The 2 of them out there.
That's real tough, bro.
What's your follow notification? Rocky getting bodied.
Yeah. He fucking whiffed the tornado kick, the classic. Let's see. Skull got 2. So Skull got 2. Dude, Skull got more votes than Rocky. Let me repeat that. Skull, as a singular character, not even with bulk, got more than Rocky, dog. That's crazy. Dude, this guy is never gonna catch a break, dude. Like Rocky, oh man, I need a redemption arc for Rocky. I really do. This guy is too easily clowned on.
I mean, when he came back for the Ninja Steel special, people put respect on his name.
A little bit, but they did it out of pity.
They did. They can't front. Well, I'll tell you this: Jason wouldn't do that episode. So shout outs to Rocky.
Look, I just want to make this clear. So what if the next pack was like Trent, Rita, and then Skull? Like, why would you want him? Like, I'm not one of those people that want Boca Skull. I already think that's dumb. But like, you're gonna vote for them. At least vote for both.
Nah, listen, I would want Boca Skull if only if they add the theme song. If it did the theme song,
I know, but I'm saying like I get that. Like I don't get it. But I get it. I get wanting both and Skull. I'm saying like voting for both and Skull separately. That makes literally no sense.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
That song is godlike.
They should have brought it back for Samurai.
Oh, yeah,
That's true.
They should have brought it back. Well, it's whatever. Wishful thinking again.
Yeah. Shell Shock got 1 vote.
Oh damn. Nah.
Trini with
What
1.
about the traffic light monster.
Yes.
Anything? Oh, damn.
Wait, let me just quickly verify if that actually is. Let's see. It is in fact the turtle with the traffic light on its back. Yes.
Oh my god.
Got 1 vote. Someone out there is that hardcore. They voted for Shell Shock.
Why? Like, what's wrong with you?
I mean, yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy. Like I said, Trini got 1, Zach got 9, Zordon got 3, and then 2017 Movie Red, Zordon got 2. That's all of the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger categories. So at that point, is there any questions, other series you want me to spill the data for you guys before I move on to the last and final graphic and the first surprise the first surprise mention that I have for you guys today?
No, because I'm very interested to know what that is.
Oh, I got it.
Oh well, it's not that big. It's not that big.
I'm gonna go grab a snack. I'll be right back.
All right. Did anybody vote for the TMNT? Yes. So I can tell you that right now. TMNT actually had. So overall, TMNT had 4 categories. 2 being Green Ranger Shredder, 2 being any turtle, 3 of them being any turtle ranger, and 1 of them just being regular Shredder.
What about Dino Charge?
Oh, Dino Charge had some too. Let's see. Dino Charge had 8 categories. People that voted for Dino Charge Rangers, they voted for the Dark Ranger 3 times. They voted. Yep. They voted for Kendall, who's Dino Charge Purple, once. They voted for Coda, clearly. They used the Blue Ranger for 17 times. Poisandra once. Sir Ivan, Dino Charge Gold twice. Shelby Watkins, the Pink Ranger, once.
Hey, that's technique, girl.
Yeah. Shelby got 1.
I want to know. That's all I want to know.
Yeah.
Hey, my girl got more clothes than yours, Isaac.
Okay.
Yo, that's cap.
And that's unprompted for me. I didn't have to do a whole campaign.
Yeah.
I already explained my reasonings. All right. I already explained my reasonings. I'm not gonna explain myself again, technique.
Oh, man.
So it's a good thing that the Pink Ranger was not voted, because again, she would have swept, and also people did not vote for her because
I get it.
you know, people already expected for her to be there. They want to give other Rangers a chance. It's fine. But when she's in the game, I'll be like, you know what? I told you so. That's all that matters. I'm already in Shady's DMs and said, look, add Ninja Steel Pink. It's good for everybody. Everybody wins in that situation. So what?
Shady already follows me on Instagram.
Nah, Isaac just wants to make sure that Shady makes her curvy. That's all he cares about.
Nah, I just want her in the game. Kirby or not, but he's gotta have the voice act. Definitely her as voice
You
actor.
tell me if they put her in, she's flat as a board.
I'm dropping Green Ranger. I'm dropping Green Ranger if they add her into the game.
You're capping. You're Captain America.
100% Captain.
1,000% cap.
Yeah. Coda. Yeah, I guess you could. I guess after looking at all of this, I think Coda was the most voted for Blue Ranger, which is crazy because that means he was voted for more than TJ, which is a little upsetting.
I like Coda, though.
I noticed we have a lot of new school fans that voted. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nick and I had this conversation when we were watching the crossover special, how Neo Saban was really pushing Coda, like
Right.
basically forcing a Coda. So I'm not surprised. I mean, I don't have a problem with Coda. I'm glad that he got a lot of votes.
Yeah.
But that's probably
Yeah,
why.
I think Coda too. And like even the game pushes Coda too. I thought Coda would get in by now.
Yeah.
And I think he would be a cool character in terms of playstyle. Like I think if they put Coda in, they'll do some Captain America type stuff.
What about Ethan? Did he get any votes?
Ethan. Oh, from Dino Thunder. Yeah, he got some. Hold on. There's a few more from Dino Charge. So Riley got one. This is the Green Ranger, and then Tyler, the Red Ranger, got one. That makes up Dino Charge. Omega asked any light speed. Yeah, of course we have some light speed. So again, obviously, Ryan Mitchell with 51 out of those votes. Lightspeed had a 6 category number. Again, Ryan got 3rd place overall, right? So the other categories, Carter Grayson, thank God. People put some respect on this man, please. This guy got 12 votes. Chad, the Blue Ranger, got 3.
My boy, Chad, let's go.
He got 3. Joel got 3 as well. Olympius got 1.
Olympius sucks.
And Vipra got 2.
How did Olympius get a vote, but Diabolico didn't get a vote?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Diabolical was not voted for at all.
That's crazy.
Yeah, people don't know, man.
He should be voted for by his name alone. That is the
Facts.
probably the most OD name in Power
Facts.
Rangers.
Facts.
Diabolico. That is a godlike name.
That really is. That's like almost on some Star Wars shit, low key. Okay. TJ does need more love, 100%. It's kind of crazy, but does anyone vote for Lianbo or any Mystic Ranger? I can tell you that they definitely did. Let me just check real quick.
Yeah.
So Mystic Force had
Korag.
Oh yeah, Korag, yeah. Korag was in the top 10, just as a reminder. Mystic Force had 8 overall categories. Daggeron, Solaris Knight, had 19.
Surprising.
Maddie, who's the Blue Ranger, got 1.
Hey.
Any general Mystic Force Ranger got 7. Nick, the Red Ranger, got 1. Necroli got 3.
Oh.
Phineas got a vote. And then lastly, Xander. 2. He got 2.
What about the
Gotta
dragon?
have
What's
Xander.
the dragon's name? Fire her. That's the dragon's name.
Yeah, no one voted for Fireheart.
Oh, they should have, yo. You already know. That Battleizer.
Right.
What about Omega from SPD? Good question. Let's take a look. So SPD got 7 categories, and Sam was one of them. He got 4. For anyone that's curious, SPD also, the other categories, they had Bridge, the Green Ranger, he got 2. Broodwing got 1. Grum got 1. Jack only got 8. That's the Red Ranger.
I love Jack, but like, there's already a lot of SPD. I wouldn't be mad if there's no more SPD.
I would sub out Cat for Jack.
Of course, put some chat for anybody.
But like I feel like
2-episode Ranger.
I feel like people aren't really asking for Red Rangers because that seems like such an easy pick to. Like Red Ranger is obviously my favorite, but like that seems like something that could fill up really quick.
They can have a battle for the grid with all Red Rangers, and that will be a game. So that's too easy.
Exactly. That's why I feel like most people are not even voting for Red Rangers. Cause like we already have Jason, we already have Eric, we have Lauren too. So like I don't know.
That's
I don't
true.
think we need any more Red Rangers.
The only one that's really tricky to put in is Turbo. We don't know who we're getting.
Yeah. Yep. Any comic reps? Yeah, we definitely have some comic reps. So some already made the top 24, which we talked about. But some of the other ones. So we got Kia. She was the Omega Blue Ranger, 22 votes. Any General Omega Ranger had 2 votes. Omega Yellow had 1. Zach as the Omega Black Ranger had 4. So
shouts to Omega Black.
Yep. And and then I guess
Omega Black Omega.
Yeah, right. But I almost forgot. Alarian, that's a comic book character. That's at 12. I already mentioned these, I think. Anyway, the Orange Solar Ranger as well. Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, those are all the comic book ones that I listed separately. Recap the ranks. Sure. 1 second. Let me just get the graphic out so I don't mess up what you guys see on stream. So recap. All right, so the top 10 going from 10 down was Astronomer at 28 overall votes, Korag at 29, Psycho Green at 29, Ivan Ooze at 30, Deca Ranger at 36, Rita at 38, Cam at 50, Ryan, the Titanium Ranger at 51, Zenaku at 51, and Trent Mercer, Dino Thunder White at 88. That's your top 10.
Any Alien Rangers, Uchi?
Good question. And we had two categories. So surprisingly, Corcus, the Black Alien Ranger, had 1 vote.
What?
Wow.
I didn't even know that guy's name.
I didn't know either. I had no idea.
You got to be a huge fan.
Yeah, I know, right? Like that's what I'm saying. Like you could tell some of the low votes that had like maybe like 3 to 1 were like hardcore, like super hardcore. Like they're the type of fans that always pick the shit that no one would ever think of. And then
that is a funny name.
Yeah,
Corcus.
that really is. And then obviously the other choice was the White Alien Ranger, the most prominent one, at 3. They voted her 3 times. Let's see.
I would like to see Delphine get in at some point.
Yeah.
Any Beast Morphers?
Oh yeah, Beast Morphers has some. Hold on. Let me just.
Please tell me. I know for a fact. If somebody voted Nate, yo. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure somebody at least voted Nate. Like 1 vote for Nate at the very least.
Any chance the full results will get posted on Google Docs or something later? I guess I could. I wasn't really planning on it, but if that's something that people are like actually interested in, because honestly, the only way I can really like deliver it to you guys is actually I could probably copy and paste this organized version rather than just dump that mess of a fucking freaking Microsoft Excel page, because I showed these guys what it looked like and it was like 3 columns of just characters that I literally went through. So yeah, I could probably do that.
Yeah, by the way, I'm about to post this in the thing. Is this is the stats from the last fan ballot? Like yours actually has more than this, right?
So 315 response. Yeah, mine definitely has more than this.
Pretty
Cause
dope. This is definitely the biggest one.
so mine definitely does, because just looking off of these stats, the individual votes is the 1100 plus number.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and oh yeah, like literally, the only thing I don't have is the hours since launch. So like this was done right after the launch or whatever, or like because they have like I had a total of like 170 something unique characters, and like so mine this one definitely beats that one. So
Okay, that's cool. It's cool to know.
yeah. Freaking nuts. All right, let me get back to this chat. You guys, so Omega Black asked for... Oh, Blake and Hunter was definitely voted for. Let me go look to the Ninja Storm. Ninja Storm had 9 categories.
I'm surprised that didn't... I would think that would have been, like, in this top... Like, especially of RPM. Just because, like, I could see every single character in Ninja Storm being voted for. Like, literally every single character.
Yeah.
Out of the Rangers.
Yo, shout outs to Remy. He's out. Good night, brother, man. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the sub as well.
Peace out, Remy.
Okay, so Ninja Storm. So to answer Omega Black's question, Blake. So oddly enough, right? This is not odd that Blake and Hunter were voted for as a unit. The thing is, they were only voted for 7 times. The funny part is that individually, they were voted for more than they were as a unit. So Blake, the Navy Thunder Ranger, he got voted for 11 times. Hunter Bradley got voted for 8 times.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then...
Because, like... I don't know. Yeah. Like, that would have boosted them up a bit.
Yeah, so I mean, if you count them like overall, like if you wanted to just include them, then yeah, like they definitely had a lot of. I mean, they like their total categories together. I mean, they make up 3 of the 9 right there. Yeah. And you could technically you could throw them into the, because there's a general one too. Like Ninja Storm characters got 7 votes, so they definitely count. You know, of course, Cam, he got 50. He's literally he got 4th, I think, overall in the poll. Let's see, like Dustin Brooks, the Yellow Ranger, he got 1. Lothor got 1. Shane got 5. And then Tori was the second most voted for Ninja Storm Ranger at 16.
Yep, I was expecting.
I can see that.
Yep.
Tori would be a cool pick. And she just got a Legacy Wars too, so.
All right, fellas. I'm going to have to dip. But as always, it's been a pleasure. Shout outs to Uchi, Technique. Shout outs to the chat. I'm just running out of energy here, man. So.
All right, no problem.
So, yeah, you know, again, for the next one, if Andros does not make it, vote for Andros. Please, top 5. Let's make it happen, guys.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. Since Isaac is leaving, let me just I'll go back and answer some questions. No problem, guys. But before Isaac goes,
yes,
I'm gonna post this for you guys before I post it in the chat, so you guys can cast your votes for the next poll. All right, and the next poll, guys, is what you might have guessed: the guest characters.
Yo, bars.
We want to know who y'all want to see in the most, and I'm going to leave this at the same format. There's the form. Y'all can go and vote for it right now. Vote in it right now. Same format as the last one, where you have the free reign of literally putting in whatever third-party character, guest character that you would love to see make their crossover appearance into Battle for the Grid. As you see on the screen in front of you, these are 2 obvious choices for the clear fact that they have already had history with the Power Rangers, and they make the most sense. Not trying to show throw any influence, but I mean, I'm just trying to do my due diligence here.
Yes, and not forget the crossover from the comics too. That's what I'm basing off of.
Yeah, these are. So the image on the right is obviously a promotional graphic to hype up the Legacy Wars crossover between Street Fighter and Power Rangers.
I place my vote.
And and the comic variant that you see on the left is, you know, from the comic book crossover that the Ninja Turtles did in fact have with the Power Rangers, for those that did not realize it and only thought that they crossed over with the In Space Rangers. And that has been proven to be not true, because they crossed over with them in the comics as well.
And they crossed over with DC.
That's true. Yo, imagine if we got Batman through the Turtles.
Yo, I voted Batman. I'll be real. I voted Batman. Because it happened. It has happened. So I voted Batman.
That's hilarious. That would be kind of
forget
fire.
About that one. People really forget about that
People
one.
do
Because
because that was like really early. Like, wasn't that like right when Boom Comics just started doing Power Rangers?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because
that was actually the first thing that I heard about Power Rangers and Boom Comics, but like I thought it was just gonna be like some nostalgia crap. I was like, whatever. I didn't even care. And then like when I saw the Justice League crossover, I was like, damn, they serious, huh?
Yep.
That's why I started paying attention to it.
Oh, that's right. Yo, I could have used that image. I totally forgot to use that. But yeah, the Justice League, there was one comic book crossover event that the Justice League did have with the Power Rangers. So just keep that in mind.
I thought there was going to be a Ranger in Injustice 2. I kid you not.
I did too. I thought that they were going to throw Tommy in that one or in Mortal Kombat. Not going to lie.
You really want to see Tommy getting a fatality?
No, I don't. No.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to see
That's why Injustice makes more sense.
Yeah. It was bad enough we had to see that in the beatdown, Superpower beatdown. We had to see Tommy get decapitated. They did two endings for that one. They had one where he beat Scorpion and Scorpion killed him.
Yeah. At first it was a fan vote and Tommy ended up winning that one, but they still recorded the alternate.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So I had to let you guys get in on that before Isaac left. Even though I'm still gonna be streaming, so you guys can keep asking questions. I'll probably throw on some Battle for the Grid as well, to just kind of chill out. If people want to open up a lobby.
Y'all take it easy.
All right, man. Take it easy, Isaac. Thanks for coming on.
Sure. After party. Can't stop, won't stop. You already know.
Well, you're stopping right now.
Right?
So you'll probably see me in the chat because I'm going to be just laying down in bed till I go to sleep.
All right.
All right, yo.
All right, peace, man. All right. So yeah, guys. Go ahead. You guys have the early scoop on the voting. And I'm actually going to make a post about it tomorrow, since I know it's late on the East Coast and probably elsewhere.
We're pretty basic on votes.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to check. I think I definitely voted for this one.
I know you can guess on my vote though.
Oh yeah, hold on.
My most important vote. You already know.
Oh yeah.
That's what I want to see the most. I want to see that. Dude, I want that to be a whole second story mode based on that. That would be godlike.
Yup. I can totally agree with you on that one. So mine, yeah, because I'm looking through because we only have 4 responses right now. Obviously, it's like super early.
Yeah.
But that's weird. I don't know why it's displaying like this. But anyway, I voted for Ryu. I voted for TMNT, and then I voted for Toei 1978 Spider-Man.
True.
So this one,
That is actually true.
Yeah, dude, because like when you really think about the possibilities of the characters that they could have as guests, I shouldn't say that they could have, but that would just work.
Yeah.
That version of Spider-Man would fit the best. Cause it's not even like it would be like, oh, like here's Enway trying to rip off Marvel vs. Capcom Spider-Man by cause then that's the first thing people will think, but they don't even realize that Japanese Spider-Man is literally a Power Ranger. Like he got the Morpher, he's got a Zord, he's got a vehicle.
When I found that out that Zord's came from Spider-Man, that blew my mind.
Yup.
That's crazy.
And not to mention, like you would think, not knowing that this man Spider-Man, he had a Spider Zord. Nope, he had a leopard.
Right.
Leopardon. Chrono said he voted for Scorpion, the T-800 from fucking Terminator, Batman. If they put Terminator in that shit, that'd be crazy. No, I would never expect that.
They did RoboCop and Blue Centurion.
That would be cool to see those kind of like clashes happen.
Yeah.